What is a typical day in trial like?
Well, the first thing I would tell you about any trial is it is very intense from the beginning until the end. At the beginning, we're picking a jury. We're going ahead and talking to a group of folks that are our jury panel. We're trying to find out which of those people may be favorable, which may not be favorable. And of course, everybody has their own opinions and ideas about injuries and treatment and so forth. So there's a process of selecting folks that we want to get onto our jury. Once we do that, then we go into an opening statement, which is where we're telling the jury, those that are picked, what this case is all about. And quite frankly, we're also trying to kind of get them going in our direction right from the beginning, highlighting evidence that we think is favorable, talking about what's the weaknesses of the other side of the case. After the opening statements, then witness presentation begins. And so we start presenting our witnesses. And this is putting on perhaps the police officer, putting on the doctors that did the treatment, and of course, putting on our client, which is, from our standpoint, the highlight of the case. We want to present the client and make that client as likable and credible as they can be, so the jury will relate to them and want to properly compensate them. Now, the other side has their chance too. So when we're done, they get to present witnesses, and that's where we get to cross-examine, try to attack their witnesses and discredit them, show that they may not be remembering things properly, or they may not be honest or trustworthy. So when that is finally finished, we go to closing arguments. And closing argument is a time where we're trying to pull this all together and really come forward and convince the jury, look, this is our case and we want you to see it in a favorable light for us. And we want you to respond to our client and to give our client compensation that is appropriate for these injuries. So both sides get to do that. We get to go first, we get to go last. So we do get the last word. Once that is done, then the jury goes to deliberate. And the jury may deliberate for 20, 30 minutes. They may deliberate for 2 to 3 days. That's a nerve-wracking process where everybody's waiting. And finally, the court staff tells us, okay, they're back. And I will tell you, there is nothing more intense in this world than coming into the courtroom and know the jury is back and they haven't yet spoke. So eventually the clerk will take their verdict. It's written down on a verdict form, and read it and tell us what happened. Did we win? Did we lose? How much did we get? Again, this entire thing is intense. Hold on to your seat from start to finish, whether the trial's a day or a week or 2 weeks. So for me, it's something I love to do. It's a very difficult process. For clients, it's very stressful. There are some times we have to do it, and we're good at doing it.